Tale from the Swamp, where Kay shares the sad chronicles of her departed family, living like a lone ranger since Dad decided to take a permanent vacation. In 1962, Kay found a feather under a tree by the swamp, like treasure, a beautiful encounter. Gradually, various feathers and food appeared daily around the tree, like a mystery feast. Though Kay couldn't read the notes, she kept them anyway. One day, Kay showed up at the tree and stumbled upon a handsome fella. Turns out, the one leaving feathers and food was the charming Tate. Kay loved birds and feathers and, like a bird fanatic, often visited. Kay told him she was illiterate and couldn't read the notes. From then on, Tate became Kay's personal tutor to fill her childhood gaps. Their relationship quickly warmed, and though Kay cherished solitude, Tate's childhood memories brought warmth, leading her to invite him home to read. Kay's walls were adorned with animal art, like they were announcing, "In the artist ear." Each piece almost seemed alive, like they were whispering secrets in her world. During their study days, Kay cruised through her lessons like a learning champion, from basic words to complex grammar. Soon they had devoured the biology books at the library, from summer to autumn. For them, it was a sea of knowledge. Time flew, and their bond grew tighter, until Tate's dad caught wind of this blossoming romance. "They'll bring her books because her family's books are just ugly. Mom doesn't want her going to school since she has no family. Hey, just don't worry about me," she told Tate, ignoring her. But she also hoped he wouldn't forget to hit the books. She thought Tate would forever be a low-key seafood procurer, forgetting all about his college dreams. Kay was charged with first-degree murder, and the victim's family demanded she take the express lane to leave. Tom informed Kay she had a choice, a guilty plea that was as easy as pie. If she pleaded guilty, it would mean 10 years, but resisting could lead to life in prison or an instant courtroom release. What a gamble. To embrace freedom, Kay firmly turned down the first option. She didn't fancy a life behind bars. The prosecution alleged Kay pushed Sayers off the tower between midnight and 2 a.m. on October 30th. They even claimed Kay had a flair for covering her tracks, being as clever as a young criminal mastermind. Tom, ever cautious, cited multiple cases while also appealing to the unofficial kings of the town for their judgment. Watching Tom's impassioned words, Kay's nerves began to cool as memories of 1962, a bright sunny morning, filled her thoughts. Tate and Kay chatted under the tree, and that day she thought Tate's dad was like a model citizen, curious about his mom. Tate hesitated, but eventually shared that one year on his birthday, his mom and sister went out to buy him birthday gifts. Little did they know, there was an accident on the way. Tate could never forget that unforgettable memory. As Kay comforted Tate, a sudden breeze stirred the leaves, whispering like a tribute. From then on, Tate and Kay were a perfect match, and on her birthday, he gave a birthday gift, a small cake. Kay was so touched by the cake she nearly cried, realizing she had forgotten her birthday over the years but now got to celebrate it with her love. But this was just the beginning, as the melodic calls of birds heralded the arrival of a flock of returning swallows like a farewell band. They couldn't help but embrace each other as the seasons changed from winter to spring. Tate finally got the holy pass to college. Now they had to face the impending goodbye. Kay felt blue but decided to cherish this one last night with Tate. Tate handed Kay a list of publishers, hoping she could strike gold with her writings. He wanted her to send her work to those publishers, knowing she might not get rich but at least wouldn't have to dig into her depression. Tate promised that he would return to meet her at the beach in a month for a romantic evening of fireworks. But while Tate was away, Kay returned to her solitary life, longing for his return every single day. Finally, on the national day, Kay found the prettiest dress and dressed up for Tate, excited like a bride on her wedding day. She arrived at the beach early, waiting for Tate, but after a whole day and night, he was still a no-show. Heartbroken, Kay cried on the beach, slowly realizing that Tate and love in life are similar, both ultimately free to go. Every time she fell down, the swamp, like an old friend, helped her back up, gradually easing her sorrow. Back in the courtroom, the prosecution claimed there were no footprints or fingerprints anywhere, in absolute mystery disappearance. Tom presented the tie chart from that very morning, proving everything could be true, though his white prints might have been washed away by the tide. The town had been warned back in July of the previous year about the dangers, but had done nothing to fix it, like a lost heritage. Kay secretly agreed, with Tom's thoroughness, her thoughts once again drifting back to 1968. On her way home, she spotted a man photographing her house, as if prospecting for treasure. She discovered he was the developer's assistant, wanting to drain the swamp to build hotels, while Kay's family had evaporated years ago. Mabel told Kay she needed to find the property papers to claim the house as hers, a true adventure for proof. As Kay left the shop, she bumped into the town's rich kid Ace, who immediately invited her for a picnic on his boat. After pondering for a bit, Kay agreed, uncertain if it would lead to unexpected surprises. She visited the property office to review all documents, but found an $800 tax supplement, a truly terrifying tax riddle.